Board Member Alba? Here. Board Member DeScalani?
Here.
Board Member Storms? Here. Board Member Zambarco?
Here.
Supervisor Stanley?
Here.
I entertain a motion to approve the previous town board meeting minutes.
Make that motion.
I'll second.
All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Supervisor's financial report, January 2018, revenues. Time Warner franchise fee, $18,118.30. Property taxes, $450,000. Medical insurance reimbursement, $137.52. Police fees, $105. Ambulance fees, $11,990.32. Town clerk easy pass, $235.83. Cell tower, $945.28. Justice fees, $5,078. Building permit fees, zoning, $1,543. Dog licenses, $39.50. Phoenicia Firehouse tax warrant, $264,000. Pine Hill Firehouse tax warrant, $49,074. High Mount Firehouse tax warrant, $51,227. Big Indian Firehouse tax warrant, $110,211. In lieu of taxes, $5,000. Central Mail contractual, $45.92. Phoenicia Lighting District tax warrant, $10,500. Chichester Lighting District tax warrant, $1,575. Pine Hill Lighting District tax warrant, $6,350. Ambulance donation, $100. CHIPS funds, highway, $223,452.47. Planning fees, $100. Phoenicia Water District taxes, $54,950. Phoenicia Water District unpaid water bills, $16,638.19. Pine Hill Water District taxes, $50,000. Pine Hill Water District unpaid water bills, $10,978.86. New York Horizon CDBG, $27,374.89. Higley Settlement, $317.42. Highway, $504,851.26 for a grand total of $1,874,938.76. Communications. Well, I'm happy to report that on January 25th, I helped increase the population of Shandaken by 1. My son was born. Alexander Winter Stanley was born on January 25th. So between that and a slight fall down a set of stairs in my house, I've been a little preoccupied. I did not have time to write my usual monthly report. But in brief, I can go through and talk to you about what the resolutions are that we're facing tonight. So we have several properties. First, we have the LFA. We had the Alabama Shandaken LFA was completed back in December. We received no further comments from the public, and we're ready to finalize that. So tonight we'll be accepting that local log analysis for Alabama and Shandaken. On another LFA, the Mount Tremper LFA, there was properties that were highlighted by the Route 28 bridge in Mount Tremper that if work was done elongating the Route 28 bridge and some of those properties were re-elevated to meet floodplains, it could reduce the flood elevations for approximately 20 homes over by Risley Road and Dyke Road. So DOT, in conversations with them, they're slated to replace the Mount Tremper Route 28 bridge in 2020. They've now looked at this in the hydrology and what our engineers have sent them, and their engineers have looked at it several times. And being that the state has embarked on this program to raise the bridges so that they meet flood elevations, and it's called a lifeline corridor, Alan? Is that what it was? DOT's labeling Route 28 as a lifeline corridor, so everything they're doing on Route 28 is to ensure that even during a 100-year flood, we will still be able to get vehicles through, and that's one of the problems we had during Irene was threats to the bridges. So several properties in the Mount Tremper. Rick, I'll get to you in quite a while. So there's several properties in Mount Tremper. Those property owners have been contacted, and they are looking to work through the New York City funded flood buyout program with the DEP. We've done several of these buyouts before, and we've had the conversation of whether the town or the DEP would take them over at the end result. The reason the town is looking to take control of these properties is one, there are several issues there with one, DOT and the easements they would require to get the bridge done in a timely fashion, and two, there's an easement for a flood control device or a small levee that's not certified along a number of these parcels. In order to short-term the legalese, instead of it going to the DEP, it can expedite it a lot faster if the town takes ownership of these properties and holds them. So that's why we're promoting that the town take those over. There's another property over here in Fox Hollow that's also for a buyout. The parcel in question is, it says Moose Properties. It's actually Adrian Williams is the owner of the property. It's right here by Warfield Road. And what you should know is that two of the parcels on that same stretch have already been bought out by FEMA and owned by DEP. Another parcel closer to the bridge was put in for the New York City funded flood buyout, and DEP will be taking ownership of that. So thusly, Adrian is interested in looking at getting the New York City funded flood buyout for his parcel. So that whole stretch would be a buyout. It's all floodway. That section blew up during Irene. We had an emulsion where the stream jumped channel and actually flowed through that section. So this may help alleviate some of those problems for those property owners. We had a smart growth grant that we were awarded a couple of months ago, and that smart growth grant was combined with scenic byways. So you have Mountain Clove Scenic Byway in Greene County, and you have the Catskill Mountain Scenic Byway here. There's a number of projects that are slated to move forward with those scenic byways, including some marketing strategies, promotion, and also a lot of it's to do with the extension, the ultimate extension of Mountain Clove Scenic Byway, which really is only in the town of Hunter. It goes on 23A and 214, but we'd like to see it extended along 23A into Lexington, and Lexington sounds like they're on board for this, and then come around on 42. So you basically have a loop of scenic byways within our communities. So two things we need to address is we need to hire a project manager for this and an administrator. So the Catskill Center for Conservation and Development has offered to be the administrator, and Peter Manning, who's here tonight on another project with wayfinding signs, and we'll hear from in a moment, he is slated to be the project manager for this grant to help us, again, get this thing moving and start getting some projects out there for market. We have Ulster County had an all-hazard mitigation plan they've been working on for 2 or 3 years now. It was an update to an existing plan, and of note, by us adopting to be part of that plan allows us the eligibility to receive FEMA fundings through certain grant programs. Some of the towns last time did not sign on to those and thus ran into problems when Irene came through and they weren't available to get the funding. So again, we've worked with the county on this. We've submitted actually our own town flood mitigation plan to be adopted as an appendix to their plan, and they've accepted that. So we're all inclusive on this, and again, it helps us get funding for the future. We have a renewal for the urgent contract for the police department, which we do annually. I have a new secretary who came in on January 22nd, I believe was the date. Barbara Tordak, we'd like to hire her as my confidential secretary. She'll also start handling water districts, Pine Hill and Phoenicia water districts. We have 3 new personnel coming for our ambulance department. We have 2 part-time drivers and a part-time EMT. So we have Julian Vargas, who's actually worked with us once before, Robert, and forgive me, Lavaglio Emery, and Ethan Green will be joining our ranks, and we look forward to having them work with us. We have Ulster County Planning Board. We have Sam Spada as our primary representative to that board, but Vivian Welton has offered to take on that position as an alternate. So if Sam can't make it, Vivian will go to the county and then report back to our planning board on these issues, and it's nice to see you get involved. Town Board 59, Resolution 59. I am pulling Resolution 59. I think there's further conversation that needs to be taking place. There's more information concerning this consolidation for tax districts that came to light over the weekend, and I think it's better if we just take a step back for a moment, get all the information on the table, and meet with the appropriate officers of fire departments and see where we can go. And lastly, we have a liquor license notice waiver, and this is for the Shandaken Inn.
Shandaken Inn, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Shandaken Inn was recently purchased. They're looking for a new liquor license, and then, again, as many of the other businesses and towns do, we offer a waiver so they don't have to go through the 30-day notice requirement as ABC board needs. So, with that, I'll turn it over to Joyce, or any other councilman have any other comments?
Sure. Do you want to go first, Ken?
Sure.
Okay, museum.
Shandaken Historical Museum.
Oh, hold on, is that a museum report?
Yeah.
We're
Oh,
not-
you want to do that later? Okay.
We're not on committee today.
Okay, so February events in Shandaken. February's been the busiest month here since forever. Phoenicia Business Association is sponsoring their annual February donation drive for the Phoenicia Food Pantry. Stop by and give your non-perishables to stores around town. I know Peter's got, I think that's the furthest one away, it's Mount Tremper, and the rest are kind of in Phoenicia.
Yeah.
Businesses, or you can make a check donation to the Phoenicia Pantry and drop it off at Elster Savings Bank. Fly tying classes at the Phoenicia Fish and Game Club, 5 Saturdays starting February 10th. To register, call Hank Rope at 254-5904. Cabin Fever Music Concert is at the Phoenicia Library on Saturday, February 10th at 7 p.m. The Alabama Church fundraiser with Marty Rotella performing, not the Marty Rotella we all know, but a different guy, at the Parish Hall Sunday, February 11th at 2 p.m. Pancake Supper fundraiser at the Phoenicia United Methodist Church is Tuesday, February 13th, 5 to 7 p.m. Saratoga Casino trip is Thursday, February 22nd. Reservations must be made by February 17th. It's $25 a person, and call Leatrice Winchell to reserve at 688-2250. The Computer Fixer, who's really popular at Phoenicia Library, you can fix almost any electronic device for a computer, which saves us money, and we like that. Friday, February 23rd, 5 to 7:45 at Phoenicia Library. Phoenicia Elementary PTA is sponsoring a magic show at the Phoenicia School, open to the public, Friday, February 23rd at 6:30. And Winter Survival Class by Patty Rudge is going to be at the Phoenicia Library Saturday the 24th from 1 to 3. And last, since this is going to happen before our next meeting in March, the defensive driving class is at the Big Indian Firehouse, Saturday, March 3rd from 9:30 to 3:30, sponsored by the Catskill Mountain Classic Car Club. Contact Mary Lou Stapleton to sign up at 254-4238. That's it.
I have two now. Weight Watchers will be hosting an Inspire event open house Tuesday, February 13th at the Lodge at the Emerson. The meeting starts at 6 p.m. Anyone who joins will receive a free starter kit containing cooking tools, cookbook, and coupons, which is a $70 value. Come see how easy it can be to live a new freestyle program. They've been doing that for about a year now at the Emerson, and a lot of people have lost a lot of weight doing it. We're also working with Spectrum right now to determine who does not have access to broadband in Shandaken. So anyone who knows of anyone, because most people who don't have access to broadband, I don't think they can see this.
They can't watch this.
They can't watch this.
They'll see it on YouTube later.
Right, so anyone who knows of anyone who does not have access currently, or cannot get access currently, please contact Joyce Grant and give them their names, and the address is important too. And that's it.
I thought you were going to say they were good cookies.
With that, I'd like to introduce our one presenter tonight. We have Peter Manning, the planner, who is here to discuss the wayfinding sign project.
Now I'm a presenter, huh? I was told I got 5 minutes to give you a quick update, so thanks for the opportunity to address the board. I'm here to talk briefly about the Catskill Park Wayfinding Sign Project. And this is a project to sign all the recreational destinations, mostly the popular ones, and create a wayfinding system. So you know that many of the signs are up on the major roads, and then we have the county roads and the town roads, and in some cases village roads. So this project was funded a few years ago by New York State DEC. It was matched by the Catskill Watershed Corporation, and essentially what the project does is it buys all the signs that are needed, as well as the hardware and the posts. And the deal is that the local communities signed on to it to erect the signs on the town roads. And we appreciate that. I know Eric's here tonight. So like so many projects around the Catskills, it's a partnership project. And we all come together, and I'm kind of the coordinator of it with DOT, and it covers the whole park. So tonight I brought 5 of your 8 sign assemblies. I just need a few key panels, and I'll bring the other ones. New York State DOT has delivered your posts and screws and so forth up to the highway garage. So you're all set. I've given this to Eric. This is a map of the 3 maps actually of the 8 sign assemblies on the town roads. And again, 5 of those are here in the building tonight, and I'll follow up. And it's a great project because we have a lot here. And even if somebody isn't seeking a recreational destination, just to ride down the corridor and see everything that we have to offer. And this is a project that goes back to 1999. It was a recommendation in a regional plan, and it's taken us a while to do it, so it's exciting to actually carry this out. And the 2830 corridor is about half done on the main roads, and I'm working with the localities to get the signs up in the warmer season. So that's basically it. Again, Eric has his, if you want to see where your signs are and what they look like.
What are they for?
For recreational destinations,
Which ones?
all state, local. So Shandaken actually, one of the things that we do in this project is we have outreach sessions. And during the outreach session period, actually, I think I had conversations with Rob, there's very much on the part of the town to promote your parks. So you have signs out here on the major corridor that talk about, I think, probably 4 or 5 parks, including the dog walking and training facilities at Glenbrook Park. So, because people come up here for vacation, we don't think about their pets, and you know it's a great facility. So that's called out on the main highway now too. And then all the major ones like Giant Ledge, Slide Mountain, these are famous destinations that haven't been signed, period. So really it runs the whole gamut. Now what it doesn't do is get to really small places. If there's no trailhead, no parking, then we're not going to sign it. But we've called out some of your Esopus Creek fishing spots that have parking and the yellow and brown signs. And I should also add, I think many of you know that inside the Catskill Park, on these signs, you get to use the Catskill Park logo. So that's kind of a regional branding for our area, and it lets people know that they're part of a park. So again, it's an exciting project, and I just want to thank the town, especially Eric and the crews, for putting them up, which we'll do this year, hopefully. So.
Any other questions?
Just a comment. The dog park, the agility park, did you say that sign's already out?
Yeah, there's a couple of them that we have to kind of fine tune right in the area of the park, but the advanced signs and the signs at the intersection of 28 and 42 are already installed. Yeah.
That's a great park for dog owners. And the only ones that was there were people visiting and me.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's like if you have a dog that needs to run.
That's one of the.
Yeah, and it's a great park for dogs.
That's one of the more unique locations on the whole strip.
Mm-hmm.
I would just add that, I mean, I've been there for baseball practices and things, and people come up and have asked, where's the dog park? And so they see the sign, and they're immediately looking for it. One thought might be to have that gravel pull off as you come off 42, that first, have something there, because they don't see it, they think they see the park, and they stop there, but then they need further direction, I guess, to go just a little bit further up the road or something.
Yeah, it's a good point. The sign, they haven't quite finished it. You'll see the signs there, but the arrows aren't there. And I'm going to work with DOT to make sure that they get, because there's that little skinny entrance, and we don't want to confuse that. So there's a lot of fine tuning in that. And going forward, if the town or anyone has any other ideas, there's a new fishing place going in by CIC. We'll get that in the next round. If you have other ideas about destinations or any changes, hopefully this project will carry forward. I'm going to work with the DOT on that, actually, in the other project. So we're really picking up a lot of things that we all agree, we being all levels of government and the state government, on a lot of things to do for the park. So, you know, we need to get behind it and drive it now, and this is one of those projects. So it's pretty good to see this getting implemented.
Thank you, Peter.
You're welcome. Thank you.
With that, we'll move on to committee reports. Ambulance.
Good evening, Supervisor Stanley, members of the board, and all town residents. As Supervisor Stanley alluded to prior in the meeting, we do have 3 people that are looking to be hired tonight at this meeting. 2 of them are here tonight. I have Robert and Ethan. Ethan is an EMT. Robert works up at Farmer Jones. He's looking to come on as a driver, possibly go on to get his EMT. They're going to be filling in spots to try to alleviate some of the overtime, along with shifts that were open due to staff members going on to bigger and better things. They'll also hopefully help out on the weekends when the busy ski season. Speaking of skiing, I would also like to remind everyone that helmets should be worn by all, no matter what your skill level or age. Along with this report is the 2017 final end of the year report. It was a busy year for the agency. We have continued to provide everyone in the town a speedy and professional response, with the average response time from dispatch to first on scene of 62%, being under 10 minutes. And just to remind you, the town is 120 square miles, so this is no small feat to be done. If you notice on the end of the year report, our mainline fly car is well over contractual mileage. It's a 2008 Dodge Durango. And it is the mainline car that responds to a majority of the calls. And also delivers the highest level of care. I am recommending its replacement tonight to be replaced with a full-size SUV. I would also recommend the specification start using the state bid process. The committee will be led by Deputy Chief Mulally. And for January, we responded to 52 calls, so it was a busy month compared to last year. The ski center seems to be hopping, which is a good thing. That's all I have.
Thank you.
Was last year a record?
What's that?
Was last year a record?
Last year, January's calls were...
No, I mean the whole year. No.
Oh, no.
Last year was not a record.
No, last year was not a record. We did 417 calls last year,
Right.
so it was a little down from years prior, but it was still,
Very mild winter.
yeah, still a busy year.
The one year we had, like, the record snowfall, we did 525 calls. Yeah, so it's big range.
I was informed that I'm a non-conforming department since mine are sideways. So I'll try to correct that for next time. So January was a slow month due to the weather. So we only received 163 calls, so 5 building permits, 2 demolition permits, like that, 1 floodplain permit, only 26 building inspections, 2 fire inspections, 3 certificates of occupancy, 8 certificates of compliance, 3 requests for research, and 1 stop work. Total revenue income $895. In our floodplain department, all structures from the first round of the New York City DEP flood buyout have been demolished and removed. All that's left is some minor grade work to be done, and we'll start the next round, which we'll be addressing tonight in our second round of buyouts. In the planning department, Rail Explorers, I don't know if anybody's familiar with that process that's coming up. They made their initial presentations at the planning board workshop. The planning board had some questions and requested a formal site plan, which they should have ready for the next formal planning board meeting, which will be on February 14th, so they can proceed forward for public hearing. And in the zoning department, the Shandaken Theatrical Society submitted a variance application in preparation for some minor, we're going to remodel the inside, and they want to do some minor additions to the building. So that's what we have on the horizon for that.
I'll correct you, it's Phoenicia Playhouse,
Yes, it's no longer STS.
much to my chagrin.
Phoenicia Playhouse.
I'll let you get that change.
Warren, excuse me.
I should have said, are there any questions? I'm sorry. Evidently there are.
Your part-time, I don't know what to say, a part-time
Zoning officer?
zoning officer?
We have had no
We don't
applications.
have one.
Not, no
We haven't had an
application.
application as of yet.
Sorry, Warren.
I mean, we've asked a couple people and nobody's interested.
It's, well, right now, this time of year, it's not a big issue. I mean, like I said, we're cleaning the office up from last year. So it would be nice to get somebody in there, you know, because it is 1 day a week. I can do my work, because as soon as the snow disappears, the ground goes, everybody comes out.
Yeah.
So that's when they get busy here. So we got a month.
Thank you. Chief Story couldn't make it tonight for police report, so Councilman Van Barton.
Monthly statistical report for January 2018. There were 21 vehicle traffic and related accidents, 23 public sensibilities and related, 132 security check, welfare checks, EOPP, and 16 assist with the fire and ambulance. There were 77 summons issued and 18 arrests, and 8,694 total differences. Mileage.
Good. Phoenicia Water, Alfred could not make it tonight, so Mr. Brickadella.
We had a